Welcome back, we're gunning to go, and this live stream video we're off to
Destin, Florida.
Destin, Florida to Henderson
Beach
State Park.
Yeah, which was amazing.
Amazing, also insanely hard to get into, and in our true fashion, we
figured out why.
We got in without too much problems. And it's because a week or so prior, we were sitting in Alabama trying to get down somewhere to Florida, and hey, look, this beautiful state park, this place is amazing, and it's got openings, and it's the week after Labor Day, so that must be why. No, it's because there was a hurricane in the forecast and I forgot to check the weather. We have a habit of doing that. We don't like to pay attention to news. It's all depressing, and the weather can be as well. Fortunately, unfortunately, we did get down there and we had a couple of amazing days of weather. We had another day maybe that we were supposed to be there, and we had 2 days out at Grayton
Beach, yeah.
Yeah, which is just down the road. We had to cancel those and instead head to Georgia.
Which was fun too.
Yeah, a hurricane was coming. It ended up being a Category 1, and I think by the time it hit, right when it hit landfall, it went to a tropical storm, so it wasn't severe or anything, but nevertheless, they evacuated the park on the day that we were supposed to leave, so we had to scoot on out of there. So it was a little bit of a bummer, but we got to enjoy this park, and it was amazing, and we will be going back to this park at some point.
We just have to book it a year in advance.
Yeah, and or maybe I gotta get a name for myself with the Florida State Park system so I can get into hosting, something I'd like to do. So anyway, it was a wonderful place to live stream. I had a great time walking around with everybody and just showing them the beautiful beach, white powdery sand. It's awesome. I mean, some of the best beaches in Florida can be found right from Panama City all the way over to Orange Beach in Alabama. They're all amazing. That whole shot in there is really, really pretty. So highly recommend if you're looking for white sand beaches. Destin happens to be a great destination for families. Right across the street was a super Walmart.
Yeah, very convenient.
It was like you left the state park intersection. At the state park the driveway was at an intersection. If you went through the light, you were in a Walmart parking lot. It was so nice. And you had everything you needed right there, so highly recommend that. 10 out of 10. Will return again.
Yes, definitely.
Well, enjoy this footage of another great memory and our last of the live streams until we can start jumping into some new content. Without further ado, let's jump in and check out that awesome live stream footage from Destin, Florida at Henderson Beach State Park. All right, welcome everybody. Should be getting ready to go live. It's almost 2 p.m. here. Let me know if you guys can hear me good. Hopefully this mic is working. Just never know when the Twitch app here is gonna stop wanting to use the right microphone. Let me know if you guys are there. We'll be going and getting started with our walk here in just a minute. Going down to the beach, check out the ocean, checking out the campground and some little walkways and things around here, and just doing some general chatting today. Something we haven't been able to do because we've been so busy at all these places when we've done our last 2 live streams. All right, Macross, how's it going? We also we had pretty good internet where we are, but today it's not been so great, and I'm wondering if it's from all the beach traffic. It's Saturday and there's a lot of people here, and we might have some congested networks right now. There's the ugly mug. We got the ugly mug, and wearing the plain white tee. It is so hot. I just stepped out of the camper here a minute ago, and it's nice and air conditioned in there, and stepped out of there and stepped into the furnace. It is hot outside. But it's the last nice day we're going to have, really that we're going to have here. We got to get up early in the morning and head out because there is a tropical storm that they're expecting it to turn into a hurricane. And although it's not hitting Destin here, it's actually going to be coming quite close to it. And out of all the areas, this is to the right of the storm, which they're talking about tornadoes. and they're also talking 7 to 10 or 7 to 11 inches of rain. So a lot of rain, and winds. The winds are going to be 25 to 40, and then upwards to 50. So it's definitely going to be getting a little bit too close for comfort, and we gotta head out. We were supposed to leave tomorrow anyways. We actually were supposed to originally leave today from here, and we got here the other day. We're just the first day. We're having so much fun. I checked, found another open site. Actually, we had to move across the way here. We're in a different site than what we were in, and we moved, and then we couldn't get any more anything else booked here, which ironically now we can. People have been canceling already because of the storm, and they're actually talking about evacuating this park probably tomorrow. It would happen tomorrow and Monday, but we ended up getting one like 30 minutes away, also at the beach in Florida, and got 2 nights there. Paid like $70 $72 for 2 nights, after tax and fees and all the crap. It was $30 a night plus the taxes and all the other BS. And long story short, we ended up canceling that, which is funny because the other day I looked at the weather. None of this was a thing. And then last night I looked at the weather and it was very much a thing. It was like, where did this come from? So this is not the first time this has happened to us down here either. We had this happen in 2005. We got caught up in one, and there's some other attempts that I've been down to Florida and had to turn around and run back. So this is just another awesome story, I guess. But yeah, so we'll be we canceled the other park. We lost $24. We've been eating in the RV, saving a lot of money. So standing over here, there's lots of squirrels and lizards and things. There's been a lot of lizards running around here. If you stand still, you'll see them running around. But anyway, so we lost $24, but we're going to get out of here and be safe and sound. Heading to Georgia. We're going to Georgia. We weren't going to be going to Georgia. Now we're going to Georgia. So that's going to be the plan. I got to give a big thank you and some shout outs to a few people here going through the chat. We got, of course, Macross. Todd, how's it going? Undertaker, it's good to see you as well. We've got, who else? Morgan, thank you so much for the sub. 35 months. He's been sending it from good old Denmark. Big shout out to Irish Kagal. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Hope you're doing well. What is with the damn internet for me? I can't watch anything without loading. I don't know. It could be on my end too. Let me know if you guys are having problems. Nonstop Gamer, thank you so much for the 54 months. Can't get rid of the guy. Holy cow, we're getting so close to the big 5 year here pretty soon. A few more months. We've got the Undertaker. Thank you so much for some biddies in the cup. Can't wait to get back home here and get the cup, which we'll talk about that here in a second as well. And we've also got big thank yous. Yes, Captain, how you doing? Hope y'all are enjoying. We're enjoying very much our time here. And don't forget, there's some VODs from Alligator Alley. Very cool. Alligator Alley was awesome. I highly recommend checking out that VOD in our VOD section from the other day. And then we also took you on a tour of the Battleship Alabama, which was out in Mobile, Alabama. It was pretty cool. It was a really, really cool place. Oh man, the sun is hot. It was a really, really cool place to visit for sure. So check that one out. That one got a little bit dickered because we ended up having, it was a 3-part. I lost. There's lizards. I'm gonna switch the camera here and we're gonna try to see if we can hold still and see some lizards. It got dickered because every time I went in the sub or the Battleship, I lost signal. So it's a 3-part, and it kind of turned out to be a SHIT show, a shice show. But we'll get her next time. I'm gonna do it with video. So yeah, I'm just waiting for a few folks to show up. Everyone's getting the announcement. Send it out there on the Twitters, the Facebook, the MySpace. Let your folks know, hey, you want to see somebody walking around the beach. You know, we won't be going out I'll be going out to the beach, but I'm not going to walk around on the beach because I'm actually in my shoes right now. Yep, wearing my shoes. And the reason being is if I wore flip-flops, I was afraid you guys would be sitting here listening to all that racket of the... I didn't want to do... I think that would be super annoying. So, thank you, Rai. Yes, the Discords. Come and hang out in the Discords. Heck yes. Anyway, cool plants. Gimbal's not liking it. Shape up. Anyway, we'll come back and see some lizards. It's really cool. There's all these little lizards running around here. Great sights. Oh my God, this state park is amazing. They even give you a clothesline. And this is what I wear when I go in the water. You know, this is it's very nice. It gives me much comfort when I'm in the water. But yeah, they give you a really awesome sights here. It's gravel, gives you a fire pit. Not many people using them, but there are a few. Because obviously it's hot. It's over 100 and something heat index, 95 degrees right now. And then of course you add in the mega humidity. Give you a really big picnic table. This site is a lot closer to our neighbor. You can kind of see through the stuff there than a lot of the sites. We've only been in this site today. I had to move this morning. And they give you a really nice, this is just insane. All the sites have 50, 30, 20 amp. So you got plenty of electricity, and you also get water. No sewer, but water, which is awesome. My hose is all cold up there. I gotta sort that out tomorrow. So yeah, it's not a lot of state parks do that, but I'm finding out down south, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, we got full hookups in Georgia at a state park, $30 a night. I think it's because they don't have to worry about the freezing quite as much. So yeah, we were in that site across there for the last 3 days. And that one that you're looking at right there, we were in that site for 3 days. And we had to move this morning. Somebody else has that rented. But I'm thinking they're not going to show up. So I was home for 3 days and we had to come across the street. And I would have booked more if I could have got it the other day, but I checked this morning and there's tons of openings here now because everybody's seeing this storm coming in and they're canceling out. So anyway, there's a tour of the campsite, and the big RV is sitting here. One more thing before we go, I'm going to show you guys the damage that we took. I didn't get to show this the other day. Will I still play Farm Sim? I will play it when I get back, I guess. It's been in the 30s this week. I know Minnesota, Wisconsin have been freezing. Hey, let me know if you guys hear me blowing into the mic. Sorry if that was loud. I hope I didn't blow anybody's ears out. Do you guys hear that or not? Because I'm really questioning whether this stream is using the right microphone or not. Hopefully that wasn't like ear rape city, but... yeah, anyway, we're going to continue on, and we're going for the... okay, you heard that? Good. It is using the right mic. That's good because it's a little windy out on the beach, and I didn't want you guys to get ear raped. The steps. My stepdad, here's the story. We were parked pretty close to their garage. There was still plenty of room to get out. And my stepdad may not be, I don't know, his words, you know, he crashed his van a lot or something, but he backed out and backed into the stairs right hard. Boom. He hit it so hard. I had my jacks on my Legos. I call my Legos the plastic pads. I don't have them down right now because if it's raining, they collect water. Not that it's a big deal, but it's just one more thing when I'm trying to get out of here and when a hurricane's moving in. So I didn't put them down today. I just set the jacks on the ground. But anyway, it actually slid us on our jacks over about a foot or more. And I was in the mud. It slid everything about 2 feet, almost off the pads, and one direction in the front and the opposite direction in the back. These are the stairs that were over there. And they were bent like completely sideways. And me and my wife bent them back, and then my brother-in-law came down to visit in Alabama last week. My sisters and brother-in-laws came down, and I had my brother-in-law, Ross, he watches the stream, so thank you again, buddy. He helped me. He's a big old Texan too, so you know, always wait for the big Texan to show up. But I had him help me, and we kicked them as straight as we could. And now I can fold them up, kind of. Just kind of get them like that, and you just give them a little, and they fold up. And so we switched them around, and we don't use the bathroom stairs much. In fact, this is the first time we've used them because we're coming back a little sandy from the beach. Not bad, there's showers, but we come back from the beach and we go right into the shower one by one, not all at the same time. And so anyway, that's what happened. And it kind of sucked. He felt terrible. He's like, oh, I'll pay whatever. And I said, don't worry about it. You know, my mom and him had my back when I was younger, helped me out with some car payments when I was in school and was broke, and helped me co-sign my first loan to help me with my credit. He did, my stepdad, helped me with that and helped me get credit because I had nothing. And, you know, all these years later, I'm able to have a great credit score. And so I'm so appreciative of that. So it's like I'm not taking his money, but it's $150 to get new steps. And I was gonna order some, but the wait was too long. So when I get home, these will stay, and I'll rip those off. It's easy, it's 4 bolts, and replace them. I was showing you this here. This was all crinkled up, kind of see, but this was smashed back to here. I did scuff that. I'll get those scuffs out, but I grabbed a piece of board and a hammer, and I tapped all this out smooth as can be. This was all crinkled up to about here. So that's some good body work for you, but it's important to me to keep this thing in great shape because I want to be able to sell it, and we are going to be doing that possibly next year, but I'm probably going to hang on to it one more year to save money. But we're going to be buying a big old fifth wheel. We've been online already looking, and yes, folks, Big Blue's going to have to go too. Oh, we're going to get a bigger Blue or bigger something. We'll probably end up with a F350 or F450 and a dually. I'm going to have to step up to a dually at some point, but not right away. We'll probably end up getting the fifth wheel. That truck can pull it. It's just not going to be the most ideal thing. You know, once we get the thing loaded down with a generator and all the other business, you're going to want a dually. So anyway, we'll talk about that more later if you guys want to know. Lots of stuff's been changing, happening. It's been crazy. We're going to go for our walk here. Yeah, after all that fuss for the truck, that was a lot of fuss for the truck, but the reason we bought that truck is because we knew, and this was the reason why we spent the money and went with the dually or with the diesel, the resale value. And we knew that we would go for a few years with that truck pulling that trailer, because that truck is already overpowered for that trailer. I don't even know the things behind me. But we knew that we would make out a lot better with resale, and we will not take much of a hit. Yeah, so it was medium the last 2 days. Yep, red. So that's today. Rip current. So anyway, yeah, it's going to end up being, but that's why we bought it. We knew that it would pull what we have now. It would pull a fifth wheel to allow us to purchase something, get it home, get it around. But that before we would put a lot of weight, loading it up with a lot of stuff, you know, putting the big generator that they put in them in the, what do you call that, underneath, you know? They have the big generators built in. Before we had all that extra weight, you know, traveled with full tanks, or, you know, even did some things like solar stuff on it or whatever, washer and dryer, that we would definitely be going to a dually because we would need it for that. And I know some of you are probably wondering, what in the heck are these folks doing? We'll talk about that in a minute too. Southern magnolia, these things are all over the place. Just a beautiful tree. We had these in Tennessee as well. But that's these trees. You'll see them all over. The leaves are just thick. So thick. Love it. So we are talking about renting our house out next year or possibly just selling it. Because you're probably wondering, where did they get all that money to buy a fifth wheel like he's talking about? Well, we don't have a lot of money. And so we're talking about letting go of the house and possibly moving a little bit quicker on the building up north. This trip that we've been on this past couple of weeks has been a mega eye-opener. And I mean huge. Like, God has just answered so many of my prayers and my questions, and just things are flowing right now. And the cool thing is we aren't doing anything today or tomorrow or next week or next month. There's a lizard right there. We're going to have all winter to sit and think about 8 months away, maybe 5-6 months. I can't get them on camera. There's some folks coming. Here's the saw palmetto. Pretty neat plant right there. These things are all over the place too. Beautiful. Little lizard down there. I don't know where he ran off to. How you folks doing? Yep. Don't see where he went, but they're just, you hear them. They're actually pretty loud for a little lizard. They make all kinds of, that sound of the ducks, that was, not the lizard, by the way, that was some flip-flops. Some folks walked by me here. These plants are all over the place, so anyway, yeah. Must have missed something you want to do in the future. We're talking about 2 years out. 2 years. This next year, we're going to go with what we got there. And because we do need more space, and we knew this. We knew that we would need something bigger when the kids start getting bigger. But we spent some time out on the road here the last couple of weeks. And gosh, we've been gone. I don't even know how many weeks it's been. Has it been 3 weeks? Coming up to 3 weeks here in a couple days. And we're still going to be out for a week and a half yet. Staying out a few extra days. The sand pine. There you go. You can read about that. Florida, small amount in southeast Alabama. Yeah. Check these babies out. I don't know. To me, it's, I guess, a little bit different from what we see, but it is just another pine. So we're heading to the beach right now, if anybody's wondering. This is the path that you walk on to get to the beach. Beautiful path, though. So anyway, yeah, it's been, we figured out a lot of things. I've been talking to a ton of people on the road. I've had people approach me about some things, and it was like, there's a little animal over here. You can hear it. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of squirrels and stuff too, but there's some bigger lizards and they're harder to see, but there's definitely something crashing around right there. Should try to walk more quiet. You never know what I might see. I haven't seen any snakes out here. Bet you if you spend enough time, but yeah, as soon as I walk away, I can hear it crashing behind me again. Probably a squirrel. Squirrels are known to do that. They run to the other side of the tree when you get close, and they stay still until you walk away, and then they go out again. Live oak. Oldest and most sturdy of Florida's trees, huh? Right there. Not too bad. Can read a little bit about that. If you want to read it and you move it too quick, you can go back in the VOD. I'll be going back in the VODs when I get home. I'm going to rewatch these because I'm even missing out on some stuff. But yeah, we've run into some people. We've had people approach us about some crazy things. It's like God put those people right there to like talk to me at that moment and answer some questions that I didn't even ask, but I wanted to know. And so we've been checking out a lot of different opportunities that we could have for our family next year and the years to come on the road. And a lot of things to talk about over time when we're back home playing some games. I don't know how to pronounce these here. Lichens, the light scaly patches on this tree. So I see these signs all over, but I don't quite, I guess it's that stuff, yeah. Yeah, Randy, I love that 450 or bus, by the way. I don't know. If I went with the dually, I tell you, I'd be really tempted to go that route. And that's the other thing is we wouldn't be rushing out to get a truck either. We'd pick up the fifth wheel that we would need, and then we would eventually find the right dually to pull it. I don't know. Should we go to the beach next, or should we go check out the other sites? I think I'm gonna go check out the other sites. We'll do a walk around there. We already seen some live oak. That's live oak sign again. Some of these signs are repeat. We're gonna go walk around the other part of the park. Then we'll go to the beach. We'll hang out there for a few. I am in shoes. So, sand pine again. Beautiful tree though. We'll hang out there for a little bit. Then we'll head back to our camper where we'll wrap things up today. And then I'm going to be getting our kids and heading to the beach for some swimming. Our last day of swimming, because tomorrow we're going to get up at a little after daylight and get packed up and get out of here before that storm moves in. It's supposed to be here tomorrow night. And I want to be on the road by 8 to 9 a.m. no later than, preferably 8. Thank you so much, Greg, with 10 months. 3-month streak, 10 total. Do appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Oh, birdie. Such a beautiful walk, though. Yeah, F450 is better than the 350 for the wide track front end. Yep, you've got a 7,000-pound axle versus a 6 on the front. And it's a wider front axle so that you can get tighter turning. The problem with them is they're a little harder to find. And the other little issue, not a big one, but a little issue, is this style of tire that the F450 takes is a commercial style tire. There's less options out there for that style of tire. And I would want to make sure to, well, honestly, if I went into a dually, I probably wouldn't care a whole lot about, I mean, I would care, but I wouldn't care a lot about its winter capabilities and having a very aggressive tread on it, because if I had one, and I won't have a bigger fifth wheel or this truck unless if we got rid of our house, because I can't even fit that in my garage and I can't fit a fifth wheel in my driveway. So those are big no-goes. I didn't ever walk on this path. Oh man, now it's raining. That's why I brought my hat. It's sunny but raining. Hopefully this fat cloud just gets out of here. Oh, big downpour. Let's see. Okay, it's kind of quit. I was gonna say if it's gonna wash out for a minute, I'm gonna run back to that cover. I don't want to get my phone and my stuff all wet here. Oh, okay. Those are actually leading to some private sites, so I won't bother with that. Boopity boopity boop. It's Florida, right? Rains all the time. Every day a little bit, little shower. Sunny out and it's raining. Yep, here comes the big one. Yeah. I'll just stand over here for a minute. Anybody need a defib? Okay. So back to what we were saying here. We wouldn't have any of this with the place we have now, and if I got a much cheaper place, up in the North Woods, we would build a very small house building thing, pole shed type thing, and we've talked about this many times before. We've been thinking about this for a long time already, but we would, I'd probably pick up an older pickup or something to beat around on the winter roads, because you don't want to drive a dually on the snowy roads anyway, if you can help it. Lots up here, and it's commercial. Yeah, 19.5. See what we have. Oh, geez. Yeah, the F550. So anyway, enough about all that. Lots more to talk about once we do get back home. These are the bathrooms where I'm hanging out, by the way, in the laundry facility. State Park. They come with 2 of these. Got the laundry. Miss G's at the other one over by our site, and she's doing some laundry right now. Okay. I think we're okay. We'll walk around and little shower passed. Little bit of rain. Road hardly got wet. Brought my hat just in case. I can feel like my legs right now. The heat coming off this road. I literally feel like I'm standing in an oven. It is insane. Get you guys a better view. I just love going for walks when I'm at these different places and exploring little things, getting out, seeing what there is to see. RV parks are always my favorite because you can walk around and see so many different types of units. Holy smokes, that little bit of rain. It was already humid. Now the humidity just jumped up like a whole bunch. Yeah, that's not where I want to go. I wanted to walk around their little bit of campsites there, but that's not doing what I want there. I wouldn't mind doing these campground hosting gigs at some point. I've talked to some folks about those. What a heck of a deal that is. This year would be a good year to probably scoop one up, but I'm not ready for that this winter. But the Canadians are not going to be allowed into the country, so there's going to be a lot of vacancies for these hosting jobs. The wife told me that maybe in like February we could find one somewhere. Apparently there's a huge vacancy usually in Texas. Texas has always got parks looking for people. Try to get you guys a little tour. So we're going to be hitting the beach right after we walk this loop. I'm not lost. This isn't our part of the campground. This is the other part. Handicap, if we got any handicap folks, they got nice cement pad for you. F250. I get a lot of people asking me, why did I buy a Ford? My question is, have you ever walked an RV park? Have you ever tuned into an RV channel on YouTube? Once in a while you'll see something other than that pulling these rigs, but there is a reason why Chevy person like myself, hands down, went after one. When you jump up into the 3/4 and 1 ton, I'd say 80% of the time you'll see a Ford pulling it. When you see somebody that's really traveling. I'm not saying they're the most popular trucks. I'm not saying that at all. There's a lot of Chevrolet and a lot of Ram trucks that you'll see, but they're usually the half-ton variety, along with the F-150, pulling the smaller units. But when you see the fifth-wheelers, not always, but most of the time, Not all the time. You'll see the F2 and F350. I don't usually see very many F450s because they're more rare. It's hard to the angle. I should have walked this backwards. What was I thinking? I'll walk backwards on ours. Then I won't be trying to turn around to show you guys all this stuff. See, silly me. I don't even know how to live stream a campground. I'm having to turn around every time because all these sites are angled so you can back in. We'll get it right on the other one. Used to be a Dodge fanboy until I drove a 6.7. Yeah, like I've always told people, I'm not a fanboy unless if one of them wants to put me on their profit sharing. Then I will definitely become their fanboy. But to me, I just buy what makes sense feature-wise. And there's not a bad option out there when you're in the 3/4 and 1 ton trucks. They both make some phenomenal, all three of them, but I've just noticed that. I noticed it last year before we even purchased something. Look around on YouTube at what all these channels are talking about, what they use. And then you go, and again, I'm not saying this is the same for the construction or people that are doing horse trailers or whatever. There may be better, choices. People might like the Cummins in the Ram or whatever. Or if they're farming, they might like their Chevrolet because the local Chevy lot takes care of their local farmers. Happens a lot. But when you look at the RVers who are scouring the country, in large part they're in a Super Duty. Not always. Definitely plenty out there you see that are not, but it's really crazy. It stood out to us last year because we were trying not to look at the Ford. We were like, well, we've always had the Chevrolet and liked it, but why are everybody buying the Super Duty? Then we started really looking at them, and then you discover the reason. There's lots of little reasons. Okay. Heading out to the beach. This is going to be pretty. No bikes. Try not to breathe, but it's, I don't even know, 105. Oh, I left my Gatorade back on the table. Gosh damn it. I was just thinking, I'm getting thirsty. Oh, we'll point that out too. Come off the boardwalk, which a lot of the sand will fall off and you dry. But you come back and they've got foot wash with the shower right here on the cement. Beautiful. So you get rid of all that sand before you even walk back to your RV. One of the things I like about RVing is how it's almost like you're part of a private club. So this area that we're in is only open for RVers. You can't, it's in a state park, so you got to pay to get in. When you pay for your campground, that's covered. But this isn't open to everybody. And so you come in a state park, you got to pay to get in. The general crowd is restricted to a part about a mile away. You can see outside the state park, there's hotels. We'll see a lot more of that. A lot of helicopters flying people around. But then we've got this area here that's all for us. And it's really quiet. And the few people that there are generally a lot of older folks right now because a lot of the families with school kids have already returned home because of the school year. So you don't see a lot of kids, just a few, families here and there. So it's really nice, really quiet. And we're standing in front of Rosemary, the plant, not your grandmother. This is an amazing plant. Love the rosemary essential oil. It's good for the lungs, respiratory. Actually, that right there, the essential oil for rosemary, I believe if you look it up, would be a huge benefit if you had COVID to help you with those COVID symptoms. And I know I've looked this up already because there's a lot of essential oils that are good for respiratory, but you'll never hear them talking about that on the news. If you did get COVID, you you could diffuse some essential oils that will have huge impacts. But of course, no, we don't talk about that. Anyway, a lot of it in here. Talked to a lady that can't hear because of state park, but other places she'll find it along the beach and she'll bring it back and she'll cook it. It's kind of neat. But there's the water out there. We're going to continue out that way. We'll see how the beach looks today with people. You got an RV or camper. So I'm in a travel trailer, by the way, right now. And hopefully a fifth wheel toy hauler in the future. Not hopefully, but we will at some point. We got some obstacles though first. We got to get through. We just got to figure out what we're going to actually do with our house. Keep it, rent it, or sell it. Nature's pruning tools. Survival of plants growing on the sand dunes depends on their ability to adapt to the harsh conditions of extreme heat and drought. Wind and salt spray stunts the growth of trees such as the southern magnolia, slash pine, and oaks. Their trunks and branches often appear twisted and gnarled. So it's crazy because this is all natural here. And you notice how we walked from trees to not. And the reason there's no trees out here is because of the harsh conditions right out here. You know, just insane, like that little difference. And these sand dunes, by the way, they only exist in 2 states. They're very rare in the world, but there are 2 states in the whole United States that have these. Does anybody guess which states besides Florida, which is the other state that has these? See if anybody knows that. Answer in a minute. Share the shore with the wildlife. Yeah, lots of wildlife here. Not seeing any sea turtles. There was some dolphins out here yesterday. And it is hot. I feel like I am now standing in the oven. Little crabs and stuff that come out of here. It's so bright out here, and of course I didn't bring my sunglasses. So bright out here I can hardly even see my Twitch chat screen. Nobody has a guess on which states have sand dunes on the coast, besides Florida, because I'm standing in one of the only ones. And it's illegal, by the way, to walk on them. Nobody's allowed out there. Gulf Coast, Lupin. Okay, you guys can read about that. I'll probably come back in the VOD and... Oh, we got both tour helicopters flying side by side there. Huh. I can't see my screen to see what I'm looking at. I'm just pointing the phone in the direction. It's so bright out here. Anybody that's from the north would understand what that's like when you're out in the sun. When there's white snow on the ground, it's kind of the same effect here. It is just friggin' bright. Or anybody that goes out on a lake. These sand dunes are amazing. Colorado, Minnesota. Yes, we got Randy. Randy looked it up. He Googled it. Oregon is the other place. The only other place. There's a board out there. Oh, we got some prickly pear cactus. You don't see a lot of cactus around here, but there are some, and there's one right there, a couple of them down in there. I don't know if we got a sign for the cactus or not. No, the monarch migration, monarch butterflies. I noticed we had a lot of monarch butterflies at the end of August in Wisconsin. They were all over, and they were all over our yard. And I thought, man, they must be going to head south pretty soon. And I'm assuming they probably did by now. I don't think they've probably made it down here yet. Oh, yeah, there is one right there on that cactus. How's it going?
How you doing? How you doing?
There is one on the cactus down there. And just, I don't know if it'll even show up. I don't want to drop my stuff there. Oh, yeah, there's one right there. Every day we've been out here. Come on, Gimbal. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, you guys can see that. I know you can. Gimbal don't like it when there's milkweed down there. Beautiful little butterfly. Maybe he started out in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I don't know. But every day we've been sitting here looking and there hadn't been nothing. I'm seeing a couple of them today. There's milkweed out there and we have milkweed up there too. I think ours looks a little different, a little bigger. Well, it definitely does, but yeah, they migrate all the way down to Mexico. That feller knew I was streaming because he was saying, "How you doing, everybody?" Somebody else coming here. I have not, today has been the only day, it's probably because of the weekend, today has been the only day that we have not had any fighter jets or military aircraft flying. Somebody lost their shorts. Oh no, bathing suit. Hate when that happens. Oh, Randy, you didn't. Okay, I apologize. So, you're just smart. Okay. How's it going?
Good.
Any good fishing today?
This morning's okay.
Nice. Feller pulling his fishing deal. Yeah, okay, smart Canadian, I apologize. Old US Highway 98. Okay, Gimbal, knock it off. Standing above the original US Highway 98, which ran along here until 1990. Yeah, now there's a mega busy road, but you can see where the old highway went through right along the beach, which would have been a beautiful view, but would have totally ruined this beautiful sand dune area. I'll definitely be going back in the VOD to read all up on that too. Oh man, beautiful beaches today. There's a lot of folks out here. Red flag, so knee deep is too deep is what they say. But we're going to be coming out here. The other reason why we're not out here now is we've all gotten burnt kind of good. And we're letting the sun do its thing, go out there when it's not quite so intense around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It gets dark at 7 p.m. here. We are still in the central time zone, being that we have to go like a half hour east or when we hit Georgia, then we'll be in Eastern time zone. Now I'm wearing shoes and because I didn't want to have you guys listening to my annoying flip-flops on this walk. So I won't be walking around on the beach, and I also don't want to be walking around disrespectful, showing people in their bathing suits. I know you guys might want me to do that, but it won't happen, not today. But the waters are emerald green, just white powder sand. Beautiful out here. I'm going to stamp up back up on here. Even handicap accessible here. You got the wheelchair ramp. So we've been here for the last couple of days and we've had a lot of fun out here, let me tell you. The kids, they just like, I don't want to go home. I told them maybe one day we can spend more time at a place like this. I am definitely going to be looking into some of those hosting opportunities. We will talk more about that later. Oh, you can see a chunk of the asphalt or the old road. I'm so glad it's not there anymore. Just imagine how busy that would have been. I really like how we as humans have gotten smarter about, you know, getting rid of stuff like that. You know, moving the damn road away, because the road is not that far. Like from where we walked, we're another chunk like that of that kind of brushy wood stuff away from the actual highway, and the highway is 2 or 3 lanes and it's just thousands of cars. It is nuts. It's absolute chaos. And then you step into this park and you can see where the park goes. I mean, you can see the hotels down there and you can see the hotels down there. Oh, we'll step down on the beach, and this is the busiest I've seen the beach. Of course, it is Friday. I'm not going to walk a lot out here because I've got my shoes on and I'm not filling them up with sand. People are probably like, look at that dummy wearing tennis shoes. But I was talking about those military aircraft a minute ago and then I got distracted. But yeah, every day we've had I don't know, F-16s, F-22s, I don't know what they are, from all the Air Force bases that have been down here doing their thing. Yeah, this is, oh my God, we haven't even seen people on the beach hardly the last couple days, but it's Saturday, so. Some planes flying along real low. But the state park part of it is so much more open. Now down there where you see all the people, that's where the public comes in and uses the state park. And then beyond that, it'd be even more busy with all of the hotels and everything. And then those beaches are just jam-packed full. But you can see, even on a Saturday, you can see how open the RV part of it is. $30 a night for the hookups, water and electricity. This is what RVing gets you. This is what staying in COVID rampant, no, I'm sorry, staying in hotels. You guys know how I feel about those hotels. But you'll be fighting the crowds. You come, if you have an RV, you pay 30 bucks a night for this, and you have your own private section to park your vehicle, to have your own picnic table, campfire, your own area. You don't even get that in a hotel. Look at that plane is about to land out there. So, and folks, I'm not trying to ignore chat. It's so bright out here. My screen is just black. I can barely make out that my stream is still going. There's so much brightness from the beach and the sun that my phone's like, hey, let's black the screen out. I don't know why. So in a minute here, when I get off of this, I'll be able to read chat. I can't even hardly see what it says. Oh, I can. Okay, Mad Men. Here, I'll give you guys this is me right now. It's that bright. It's pretty freaking bright. Okay, is it? Okay, now we're looking out the right. Mad Men, oh my God. My eyes are blinded. Oh. Mad Men, for the 65 months of dealing with this guy, I need a vacation. And what are you doing on a beach? You know that the sun is a basement dweller's biggest weakness. Yes, I know. So what do you guys think of RVing and having these beaches? Now, again, I took pictures. I sent you guys pictures the other day and the night. There was like 6 people on this whole beach during the day, and at night, nobody. 1 or 2 people. Last night there was nobody. It felt weird. There was a little bit of a storm moving and it never really did hit here, but I ended up, it just felt weird. I was like, we're all by ourselves out here. This feels really bizarre. It's kind of scary. Like literally you look in both directions and you cannot see another human while you're on the beach. It is just, I don't even know. So grateful to have that opportunity to experience that. Because you see on TV, the beaches are just packed. Not when you RV. Not that people can't come down here. This is not a private beach. It's just that nobody in their right mind is going to walk miles through the sand or a mile or 2 from the hotels to come down here. Except me, I probably would. Not with kids though. But down there, boy, at the state park where the rest of the public goes, there's a lot of people. It's full. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a lot of folks down there, and the hotels are just going to be packed. And you pay about $300 to $500 a night for these hotels. A lot more than my $30 a night, and I got my own bathroom and all that stuff. But again, that's what you get when you spend the money to buy the RV or camper, pop-up, or whatever you have. And when you end up, forking out the big dollars for the damn truck to pull it around. Okay, I forgot to do this one thing. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity. I'm going back. I'll flip the mic around and give you guys the opportunity to hear the beach and the waves. I'm gonna go back. The wife should be done with the laundry. We're getting it done now because we're heading to Georgia tomorrow. we'll be up at FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt's little White House. There's a park up there where Franklin Roosevelt went during World War II, where he died. We're going to be heading to that park in Georgia tomorrow, and we'll be staying there for only 2 days, and then we're heading back to Alabama for a couple days, and next weekend we're turning and burning. Next Friday we're turning and burning for Wisconsin. And the funny thing is, when we left, it was hot, like 90. It's like barely getting in the 40s and 50s, and we didn't bring pants or anything, so I guarantee we're gonna have the heat cranked up in the truck, be using those heated seats for the first time in that truck. And it's gonna be really bizarre because we didn't bring any warm clothes. Oh, we were not planning on being out more than 2 to 3 weeks, and now we're gonna be out 3.5 weeks or something like that. I definitely look weird in my shoes. Okay, I'm gonna flip the mic around. Too much money in the hotel, Madman? I know. You guys hear the waves? I had my sandals that go up through the water. Don't worry, folks. We gotta leave now. I'm gonna be enjoying that in a little while with my family one more time tonight. But if you give me the opportunity, I'll get lots more of that to share in the years to come. I can promise you that. Don't know when and where it'll be, but it looks like GG's gonna be a whole lot more on the road, which will inevitably change our content. And yes, I full well know I'm gonna have to get a laptop. Gotta get a laptop. May drag a desktop with at some point, but not in the unit we have. I'll be working on buying a laptop this winter, my camera equipment, and we're gonna focus on our YouTube content. Get some nice high quality videos. Helicopters landing. Oh man, you know, it's hot out here. When you stand on that sand, it goes from like you're in a frickin' oven to like you just fell into a fire pit. Oh my God, so hot. I wish that I had a thermometer down there. I'll bet you well past 110. The heat just radiates, and that's white sand. Imagine if it was brown sand like in Texas. All right, wringing with sweat, and of course my dumb ass forgot the Gatorade on the freaking bench back there. Cold Gatorade sitting on the picnic table. No hydration. We'll swing by the campsite and grab it, and then we'll do the last loop, some campers, and we'll hang out for a minute, chat, and then wrap her up. I don't know when and where I'll be going live again. There's a small possibility that next time it'll be at home in the studio playing some video games. Or I'm hoping to get something from my mom's. Since we're going to be there for a few more days, we can try to get those horses. She didn't want to be on camera, but I might do it anyway without her. Or it's so damn hot down here. I've even been drinking sweet tea, and I didn't like sweet tea. Sweet tea. That's what they call it. Been drinking sweet tea. Holy buckets. I'm not a tea drinker, but it's been good. Okay, I can read again. It's crazy. It's like get around some. It's like the phone adjusts the screen again. We'll have to get back to work. What, you're getting back to work on a Saturday, bud? I'm walking really fast to get back to the shade. It's right up here. Whew. I'm glad I'm doing this stream though, because I'm gonna definitely download it and save it, because I'll be able to look back and remember my time here at this park. And I will be back. We will be back. And we just never know for how long when we do return. Okay. In the shade. Not breathing hard. There's been, I call it snow fence, but I don't think that's for snow. They got some fencing up in there. I don't know why. I told the kids it's to keep the gators from attacking. They kind of, for some reason, they walk faster going through here. I don't know why. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Okay, I'm actually in the shade. And I don't have to, look, I don't have to anymore. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. It's hot. It's hot. And first live stream that you guys have ever seen in 6 years. I've not been wearing a legendary shirt. I brought some, but I'm wearing a white t-shirt. I don't know if it's Fruit of the Loom or Hanes. A white t-shirt, one size too small. Yep. I would have wore a wife beater type thing even, but I don't have any of those. I don't like them. Normally we don't need those in Wisconsin, but anyway, I've just been wearing a white t-shirt, which I wear these up north underneath all my shirts because they're just comfortable. And it's so hot here. If you're gonna wear anything, and I have been running around with no shirt on, and yeah, you guys can see nice burns going on here. So I wore the white t-shirt today so that I wouldn't be having to get burnt anymore, because I'm not wearing suntan lotion or anything like that. Not wearing anything like that. Not yet. I'll be putting some of that on, but great place to stop in the shade here. Randy's working every day. SnowRunner update went live the other day, and Twin Steer Western Star is fun. Yeah, they fixed it. Like, they actually fixed it. That's awesome. That's really, I knew that I heard that they were going to do that. Here you go. See the dead kitty? Yeah, that's the microphone. Told my mom that I had a dead cat to put on the end of my mic, you know, and she just went like, she looked at me like this. And I was like, it's a microphone. It's not really so I had to show her. Maybe that's why she didn't want to stream. She thought he's going to live stream on my place and stick a dead cat on the end of his equipment. But we'll try to get them horses, because I want to show all of you guys that those horses are not afraid of me. My mom's been calling me the horse whisperer. She said it's just amazing how well he knows how to read those horses. I didn't know. I was just making observations about the horses, and apparently she's like, it is amazing how well you can read those horses and what they're doing and thinking. So I don't know anything about that, but she's got one horse that 3 of the 4 have been abused. The 4th one is the son of one of them that got abused. She doesn't like men because only time any of them come around, well, they used to beat on her. She rescues horses. Sahara is the horse's name. And the only time men come around now, not to beat her, obviously, she's very well taken care of, is to give her shots, the vet, and to do her feet and all the other things that horses don't like. They're like us. They hate the doctor, the dentist, and all that. So men come around to do that, and so she still doesn't like men. And she was skittish of me the first day, because I am too a man. I know what you guys are going to say. Well, it's because you're not a man. It's not true. It's not true. She was skittish and shy, but I warmed up to her, and she was loving on me. She was loving on me. No problems whatsoever. And my mom was so shocked by that. She was even at the first night we were there, she was saying, you know, maybe you shouldn't have you guys not in the barn when I let them in because I don't know what they'll do. I mean, within a couple days, by the time we left, I was letting the horses in the barn and helping her with the stuff, and which is good. If something ever happened, my mom got sick or something, you know, maybe I could get down to Alabama and help her because I know how much those horses mean to her. But the horses were phenomenal around me. And the one, Ringo, he's 5, and when horses are 5 to 6, it's when you start riding them, because their bones are developed fully. A lot of people ride them, according to my mom, a lot of people ride them when they're like 2 years old, but it's really bad on them, and it'll cause them problems later in life. But Ringo is 5, going on 6. And so next year, if she can get the money, she would like to have him trained for riding. And I told her, we're coming down in April of 2022 because we're going to be going RV shopping down in Tampa. It's the world's largest RV place down there. It's like 13 acres of RVs, and they give you a golf cart to get around the joint. We're going to be coming down, and that's where we're going to start our shopping so we can see every make and model in one place. But I want to come down in April of 2022 because of Talladega. We want to go to Talladega, which is 45 minutes from my mom's house, go to the race, but I want to ride Ringo if he's trained. So I have not ridden in a big horse, adult horse, in maybe forever. I don't know. I think in Scouts we did, but they seemed like they were smaller. One time in Scouts, and from what I remember, I was a little guy, Cub Scouts, and I feel like the horse was small, you know, so, because I think if a little kid was on a horse, you'd know you're riding like a building around, and I don't remember it being like that. So anyway, I'd love to go riding, and maybe I'll end up getting hurt, I don't know, but you guys will like that either way. So let's get to some chatting. I know he's a horse whisperer in Red Dead, and look, wow. I'll tell you, when I get home, I am gonna be coming at you all like a damn spider monkey, all jacked up on Mountain Dew because of the way you've been talking. That's for damn sure. Just because I left for a couple weeks doesn't mean that you guys need to come at me like that with 3 weeks worth of energy. Okay, we need to we need to take it down a couple notches here. All right. Horses like me, I can't help it. I'm just natural, I guess. And I'm probably going to end up getting kicked this coming week. I did fix the electric fence, and I only got shocked about 8 times. 2 or 3 of the times was at 2,000 watts or whatever, volt mega gigawatts, and the other times was at 7,000. That hurt like hell. That was not fun. Yeah, it was not fun, but I survived. And I fixed my mom's fence. She was so grateful. I did a bunch of work to it. I never worked on electric fence, but I got it fixed. I got it working from 2,000 to 7,000 like it's supposed to be. And we fixed some other problem areas and found some other things for her to work out later on. So it was fun. I was a very happy son to go to my mom's that I haven't seen in over half a decade. I haven't seen her. And I haven't been to this place before. And it was very nice to go there and actually spend the time with her and be out in the field and doing stuff with the horses and things like that. So we were going to be back there tonight originally and then leaving tomorrow to head back home, but we decided to stay around here. Now we got to go to Georgia, but we're going to be going back there Tuesday night, hanging out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. We're packing up. As soon as the wife's done with work, boom, we're hitting the highway. I'll be somewhere in Tennessee, Kentucky, somewhere in there, and catching some sleep. And then Indiana, I'm going to take a different way on the way home, a little bit longer, but something different. Going through Indiana on Saturday. Yep, Saturday night, hoping to make it to Illinois, southern Wisconsin, somewhere in there. And then Sunday morning, baby, we get home right about lunchtime. If everything goes well, Sunday. And I don't know if I'll be streaming this is not this weekend, but next week. I don't know if I'll be streaming Sunday already. I just have to imagine getting home after being gone for nearly a month. I can't believe that. But there's a reason we stayed out here for a month. I think you guys kind of figured that out. We'll talk more about it. This was what we call a test or a taste of what we hope things to come are like, with the exception of me working. I gotta do that. I don't have the equipment to do that now, but we go out on the road longer. I'll have the equipment to do what I need to do, and I'll be working on that this winter. Let's flip back to the other camera here, because I know you're tired of looking at my dumb ass. Sorry for the language. This is like a little, we call it the church. There's little speakers. And it's a screen, a podium. They call it the campfire in the woods or something like that. And I guess it's a place to, maybe scouts or something come. They do like a little, whatever you want to call it, sitting around chit-chatting. And there's a fire pit up there. We're standing next to that as well. Pretty awesome. All right. Let's head back. We're going to do one last little tour. Let's had some folks go by on the bicycles. Oh, Dan Berger, 43 months in a row. Sitting at work watching. What a perfect Saturday. Awesome. Glad we got some of our Euros from the good old country of Norway on the other side of the world. Not quite, but close. We're down here in Florida. And I'll tell you what, I've always loved Florida. Love it, love it, love it. And, oh man, I love it up north. I love the south. Love it up north. Love it out west. Just love this country. And that's why being an RVer gives me the opportunity to practically live in some of these places. Like, we've been living in the south for the better part of the last month. And I miss that. I haven't had that since we moved in January of 2014. I have not returned to the south. And man, was that long overdue. Whew. It's hot. Yes, very classy, Dan Berger. And thank you so much for getting some sub buses rolling. Some people at work today. Some people on the go, maybe watching. Saturdays are never a great day for us to live stream because so many people in our community are out and busy, but I wanted to get this one in. I hear a washer and dryer going, so maybe the wife's still doing some laundry. She was going to do that while we got ourselves streaming time done. Smelling a campfire. I have not smelt a campfire since we've been here over the last 4 days. As you can imagine, it's 100 something out heat index. Fires aren't that appealing. Either in the water or in your RV in the AC. There's Big Blue. I'm going to grab my Gatorade and we're going to walk backwards around here so that we can stare in the sights. I love to do that. It's one of my favorite things. Just look at everyone else's unit. Said unit. Oh, there's the people that had our site. They're backing in. They had that reservation because that's why we had to move. They probably had those reservations for a very long time. Hey, who took my Gatorade? Did you drink my Gatorade?
No.
Huh?
No.
Yes. I left it right here on the table. What are you doing? Are you playing with the lizards?
We did.
Austin's going to have a birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to wake him up singing happy birthday. So he'll be turning 6 tomorrow. He'll be turning 8 tomorrow. Holy cow, they grow up so fast. Having a birthday on the road. Give me a second here. Hey, somebody take my Gatorade?
Yeah, I brought it in.
Sweet. I am so going to give me some of that. And then we're going to go walk one more little lap. Time to get back to work. Have a nice day. Thank you, Dan Burger, again. Oh, it's warm. Oh, well. It's liquid. All right. Okay. I don't know. We'll stare at Alex for a minute. Dad's going to drink his Gatorade. What's on your mind, Alex? Big Blue in the camper, what?
Happy up. I want what my team do.
Hey, Dad, you know this storm
Okay.
Hey, Dad.
What?
You know this storm pony now? Cause it's not this here 9 minutes. This here is down.
Yep. We're going to have a storm. There's Ashton. There's Kate. There's Kappa Kid. Kappa Kid. Oh, what a goof. All right. I'm going to take a little walk around. Get my stuff adjusted here. They got them a little unit. That's a nice rig right there. I love those little class, not little, but the Class C's. They're so nice. Oh, here comes a Super Duty. Sounds like somebody's doing some roofing over there. They're building a building. Alex has got, you know what's funny? I kid you not. We've been joking that Alex has gotten big since we left. She brought clothes that he fit into when we left that he's not fitting into now. He literally has clothes with that fit him when we left and do not fit him now. And it's not because we put him in a dryer at too hot a heat. Little pull-through site. Pull your motorhome in back there. A couple of these sites are empty. Illinois, Columbus, 1492. That's hilarious. I love it. You guys get it? Columbus, 14. Okay, I hope so. Wonder if they're gonna have to tear down their camper because that's offensive now to somebody. So offensive. So much offense. Oh, goodness sakes, folks. Just had a bird come flying out at me. Nice little unit. Here's a handicap site. Empty. These were all booked. 100% booked. And a lot of folks, I think, have canceled because of the storm coming in. Like a dead tree. I was wondering what all that was. But anyways, not much. There's 4 loops like what we walked around. There's 4 of those loops. And I am beat, tired. Not like my body, but my feet. It's like I've been standing on hot coals. And time to go back and get rid of these shoes and switch them out for some sandals and head down to the water here shortly. Now that the sun is a little less intense, I just don't want the kids getting burned really bad because then we're all having a miserable time. But we're trying to dance between the sun and all the storms that are in the area. And let me tell you what, there are some storms. Lots of storms. All right. Back at our campsite. Just love the foliage and I guess a lot of this stuff will bloom. Get a lot of blooming. And there's Alex again. Mr. Big Man. do you think, Ashton? He doesn't like to be on the camera.
Just stand.
Nope, there's Kappa. Ashton, can we see your pretty face? Why is he all shy now? I don't know either. Gimbal's not happy. Alright, folks. It is going to be that time. It is super friggin' hot down there at the beach. Not even sure what time is it. Is it 4?
I think so, yeah.
I was down there. I walked in the sand. It was like standing in a brick oven. It was pretty insane. Pretty hot. So all right, everybody. Yeah, enjoy the time with family. Time to go tow some crap. Well, that sounds like a good time. Yeah, we got to put the awning in tonight. They said don't leave your awnings out because that storm, I don't think it'll be coming tonight, but when it kicks up tomorrow, you don't want that. So I don't know when we'll be tuning in next with everybody. Possibly will be from Georgia. Guess that would be Monday. I just don't know because we're not going to be there very long. It wasn't where we were. Well, none of these places were planned. We just kind of been winging it. But this is like, we don't know how much time we're going to have. There's a lot of trails and nature walking stuff. So maybe Monday. And then hopefully some point Tuesday we'll be driving again. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday from my mom's place and show the horses and things like that, just hanging out with the horses. And then probably wouldn't be a very long stream or anything like that. And then Friday, we're back on the road for a couple of days of driving until we get back to cold and hopefully not snowy, but almost frozen. They've had frost advisory, Wisconsin. And then we're back at it again. Crazy, just bought Doom 1, 2, 3, and 64. Jeez. Some good ones there. I think I got them. Got a couple of them. Good games, though. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you missed the beginning of this VOD, I highly encourage you to go back and watch it. It's well worth it. It's a fun little time running through the beach and checking out some cool Florida stuff. All we've been doing was hanging out at the beach here, so that's why I didn't do any other streams from anywhere else. Check out the Alligator Alley, which was only an hour from here in Alabama, very southern tip of Alabama down by Mobile. We did that. That was an awesome live stream, very educational and fun, looking at all the alligators. So highly encourage you guys to check that VOD out. If you check out any, check that one out. And you can also check out the Alabama, the battleship, and the USS Drum, the submarine. Live stream wasn't, because we lost reception inside, but I will have about 100 pictures to share of the inside of the battleship. I'm going to wait till I get home because it just takes too long to upload all that from mobile. So when I get back in about a week or so, I will upload. I'll probably create a channel in our Discord called the USS Alabama, and I'll keep it up for a week or whatever, but I'll just stick all those pictures in there, and then you guys can go check them out, and then I'll delete the channel later. So go check that out. And I appreciate all the support, everybody that's been hitting the sub button, helping out big time, taking a little time off, and you guys are still maintaining those subs. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And I look forward to getting back home and in the studio and sharing all kinds of other awesome stories and other good times. Have a good day, everybody. We will see you back here maybe in a few days, and maybe from the great state of Georgia. So have a good rest of your Saturday, and everybody take care. All right, well, we hope you all enjoyed that footage. It was a great time, amazing weather, and I would say the park itself wasn't too crowded, but that was probably because of the incoming weather. It was really fun though. We had a good time, and we are so excited to finally have these live streams of our 2019 and 2020 adventures done. And now we're gonna move into some little bit different content here. This will be some of the early 21 as we start getting ready to really take our first big trip. We call it the big trip because it was 6 weeks that we were gone, 6 to 7 weeks, when we head back, basically right back down to Florida, but we went out to Texas and drove all along the Gulf and I think we did 5,000 miles
Yeah.
on that trip. So that's going to be season 1. That's coming up. But before that, we had a bunch of upgrades to do on our rig, and we're going to start covering some of those. So those videos will be a little bit different. They'll be shorter, and they'll be just talking about some upgrades, but important videos, because I'm going to be sending people to the channel when they have questions about these upgrades. So I want them on the channel as well. That's all coming up next. So make sure you hit the sub and the notifications on this channel so you know when we put out that next video, as well as helping us inch our way closer to getting the ability to live stream on this channel unlocked. Cannot wait for that. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Take care.